Wasn't too bad, right?
No, it was good.
Yeah.
Like medium bad, but that's just because I'm out of shape.
So I try to do core every day. But if I'm gonna do strength and conditioning twice a week, I try to do one upper body and one lower body day.
Okay.
So today we did lower body and core. Next time I would do upper body and core.
Got it. Cool.
Oh, sorry, Andrew.
Whenever you're training, are you actually doing body weight exercises, or are you actually doing like weightlifting too?
Yeah, I do weightlifting too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whew. That's good.
Nice to meet you, Andre. My name's Joe. Lindsay's soon-to-be husband, Andrew's soon-to-be brother-in-law. Just dealing with some back problem, man, and I don't want to do a lot of kicking, but I feel bad not participating, but it's the real deal right now.
Let me ask, how'd you hurt it?
So it's just been over the years. I moved furniture about 20 years ago when I was young, and then just in and out of the gym, just doing a little too much. And it's the L3, L4 typical thing, but it's just, just on another level right now.
So I used to have a lot of back pain from squatting. And I started using the belt squat and the reverse hyper.
Okay.
So like I won't even do like a barbell squat anymore. Do the belt squat and the reverse hyper.
Right.
And I feel like my back has gotten like way better in just a short period of time.
Wow.
I appreciate the advice. It makes plenty of sense.
Compression.
Yeah, right. That compression. Yeah, it's the real deal. But yeah, I if we do some punching drills, I'll definitely want to stand there and do that. But any kind of movement. What's that?
Have you seen the belt squat?
No, I haven't. I think you said bell, right?
Belt.
Belt. Oh yeah, the belt. Right. Yeah. Right.
You have seen it?
Yeah, putting a belt on with the chain and putting some weight in between your legs.
Yeah. I was going to show you if you didn't, but that's good.
Right. I appreciate it. I really do.
I think it would hurt your specialty.
Well,
It's actually not bad.
Cool.
Thanks for the advice.
Do you ever, I was going to say, do you actually do any deadlifts, or do you avoid doing those too?
Honestly, like I haven't been deadlifting just because I'm in like a spot where like I was fighting so often that I couldn't afford to risk like even just like tweaking it where like it takes 2 weeks to come back.
Yeah.
I just couldn't risk it. But even when I am lifting now, at least like in the past couple of years, like I won't do deadlifts. I'll only do deadlifts if I have the hex bar.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll do hex bar deadlifts.
Safer.
Like sets of 5. I try not to do like, I don't go over like, I'm not going 400 pounds,
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
No, I know what you mean.
But in the past I like the hex bar. I think you have it's much safer.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm like nursing my back injury as well.
Yeah. Backs are tough.
It's dumb, man. So dumb.
Are you guys all up in New York?
We're actually, me, Joe, and Lindsay are in Maryland.
And
Nice.
Stephanie's in Virginia.
Okay.
Northeast.
Hey, Stephanie. Yeah, and Andre, man, that's my brother, man. He's the finest man out there. He's actually right now training for SWAT. He's an outstanding police officer, Marine, and he's beast mode. He's
Yeah.
Nice.
he made SWAT in his last jurisdiction, but this is a great session. I'm glad he's here because he has you, a professional, and I'm sure he'll learn some techniques for SWAT and everything. So awesome, man.
I appreciate it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it happened organically, but this is usually when we jump into like the Q&A. But I feel like I maybe got a couple of things we can like jump off with if that's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do like a last round if anybody has anything specific, and we pretty much just keep it open. It can be technique stuff. It can be obviously like gym related stuff. I prefer the gossip type question, so that's where I'm going. But
Of course you do, Doc.
I got two. I got a softball one and a hardball one. So I'll
All right.
start with softball. So obviously coming off the Ultimate Fighter, last we spoke about it, I was trying to get some inside information from you, but it was before it aired. So now that the show is over, is there anything you could share with us? Anything behind the scenes that maybe wasn't on TV?
I was disappointed that they didn't show the one scene where so Mitchell had this giant cyst on his back. And man, like I jabbed this thing like 3 times with a safety pin, and I didn't think it was ever gonna pop. And when it did, holy shit, it was better than like those Dr. Pimple Popper videos. I was like, damn, if they show this, it'll get a lot of views. And they never put it in. It was definitely like the best scene of the whole, because everyone went crazy. Like just seeing everyone's reactions, everyone went crazy when it popped. It was
hopefully
it was something else.
To be clear, that's exactly the kind of stuff I was looking for. So thank you.
I know. And I asked them, I was like, that's definitely going to be on it, right? And they were like, well, I don't know. We don't really know how it tells a story. So like you can kind of see like this season was like they spent a lot of time like telling everyone's story rather than just like drama in the house or like, you know, or whatever the random stuff that happens. They spent a lot of time like showing the footage of the guys when they're home and stuff. So I guess that they thought that wasn't consistent with what they were trying to do.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, there were definitely some tear jerkers, some sob stories.
Yeah, it was interesting though. Like the after tough shows is what had like all the good scenes in it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, well, listen, that was a pretty juicy nugget, pun intended. Okay, so that was a softball question. The hardball question. So I mentioned before, all your wins were by stoppage. Up until recently, they were all in the first round. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think you've ever lost the first round as a pro. Does that sound right?
Correct.
Okay. So, they're on the tough semifinals, you were dominant as usual, just, looked like you gassed a little bit. And then fast forward to your pro debut, you saw glimpses of that maybe in the second round, and then did a complete 180, pushed through it, and went back to business in the third. And not only came back, but actually got the stoppage in the third. So it was pretty impressive considering, what we saw in the show and fight before the show too. So I'm curious, like what changed? Is it something with your preparation, or is it more a mental thing to find that kind of next gear? And like, what do you do when you're in there and you're like, oh shit, I'm getting tired. How do I make the adjustments? Because I was, watching it in real time, a little nervous, because it looked like you're slowing down a little bit. And I was like, okay, but you definitely had time to prep. I'm sure the adjustments are there, but I'm curious what changes you made since the show to get to that point.
So I think it's like a 2-part issue. I think that obviously I wasn't doing enough like cardio. I was like really lifting a lot of weights. And after the show, I really started falling. Honestly, right before the show, I really started falling in love with the assault bike, the Aerodyne, where it's, you're pumping your arms and your legs. And I think it was just like, it wasn't soon enough. But after I got home from the Ultimate Fighter, I really started putting the time in on the assault bike. So I think that helped me a lot, but it also like helped me like mentally get through that, like mentally, like I went through that, like being tired and pushing through like a bunch of times on the bike, so that when it happened in the fight and I started fading in like the second round, I was like, nah, I've been here. I know how to get through it. And then I think the other part is just being more like, efficient in the fight. Like not I worked a lot with that Dr. Andy Galpin when he was out there. He was one of Ortega's. He's like considered like, he's like his breathing coach. And but he's like has all the degrees in exercise science, and he was really interesting. He would say like, look, we can fight forever as long as we're breathing correctly. Like, you know, the problem and why people get tired is they're one over squeezing or one over breathing, you know, either, or, you know, trying to squeeze with their arms too much. And, you know, just like starting to learn from my experience in that fight where I did gas and what I can do differently. And that in addition to doing more cardio, I think helped me.
Yeah, totally. No, that makes a lot of sense. And I'm curious also, because I mean, you know, you lost to Brian Battle in semifinals. He went on to win the show. You know, what do you think your next move is? Do you see yourself matching up with him again at some point? I know you guys you have the same management, but you don't train together, do you?
No.
Okay, but do you see yourself maybe matching up with him again at some point?
Yeah, I think it's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
I mean, I want that fight. I don't know if he wants the fight, but I mean, I don't think he's the type of person that would say no to it. You know, I can't speak for him, but I know that I want that fight for sure. I think that was a tough one for me to swallow, just like considering like how close I was to finishing him in the first round.
Yeah.
With the ground and pound to end with, you know, when I had his back, it's just, you know, that's like my forte, you know, so me not capital. And I don't think it was like, not to discredit him, but it wasn't anything he did. I think it was my own mistakes and rushing the positions that, you know, made it a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, of course I want that back.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to see for sure. Cause we're watching the finale too. Like he was, I think he had a short notice opponent. He was in trouble a little bit in that first round. He showed some vulnerability.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you got to give the guy credit, man. That's how, like, I watched him a lot. You know, that was my pick. They asked me like, who do you want to fight in the semis? And I said him, because I watched him fight so many times, and he beat some tough guys. He beat that Impa, he beat Cody Brundage, and it was the same thing, man. He gets beat the first round every time he fights. He gets beat up. He's super durable. He just like survives and he's resilient, and then he starts pouring it on when the guys get tired. Almost like a rope-a-dope style.
Yeah.
But yeah, I when I watched him, I was like, I know I can beat this kid, and I still think I can. You know, I just
hopefully
made a couple mistakes.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I think like your trajectory is kind of pointed in the same direction, so hopefully you'll match up soon.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's some good stuff, man. So I want to give everybody else a chance if there are other questions you guys have, because I'm hogging all the time.
I got one question. Are you going to go to the Madison Square Garden card?
Dude, can I tell you, like 25 people asked me about it, and coincidentally, we're going to be on the West Coast that weekend. Freaking, yeah, I know. I'm so bummed. Fighters are coming from all over, and they're trying to come to super bummed. That's an amazing card.
I know. I tried to get on it, and it seems like it's full right now.
Yeah, I was talking to Shane Burgos came through, and he just barely squeaked in. That's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, I like him. I like watching him fight a lot.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. Yeah, but that's gonna be a crazy card. But yeah, super bummed. We're taking like a continuing education course that was rescheduled from COVID, and they only do it like once a year, and it's been booked for like months. And then I was like, yeah, it sounds familiar. Why am I thinking of it? But yeah, it's such a bummer, man. Ugh. Next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll catch one at Barclays. I feel like they do Barclays like in the spring in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Catch that one.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Nice. Yeah. But what was I gonna say? I know we're eating up all your time, so we'll try to do a final round here. Let me see. We'll go to, I guess, Lindsay's next in the queue. You have any questions for Andre?
I do. Thank you so much for this. This is awesome. I needed to do core. It's like you knew that. So I avoid it at all costs. I was wondering what it was like training on Ultimate Fighter with all those cameras in your face all the time. I would imagine it's a totally different situation training by yourself in the gym versus all these cameras in your face. So kind of how did you deal with that and what was that like?
It just gets like really annoying after a while. Like we have the necklaces that they like whatever. They're actually the microphones. And so if you take them off, they like someone comes out and immediately comes, hey, can you put your necklace on? Like it's just it just gets annoying. But the hardest part I thought was getting used to like working out with no music, because we weren't allowed to have phones, TV, or music, because if there was a scene and there was like a song in the background, they couldn't use it because of the copyright. So no music. So you're on the treadmill with no music every day. It was just weird. It was like, oh man, I don't realize how much I rely on music.
Yeah.
That's rough. I forgot my headphones once at the gym and I was like, man, I did like a half-hour workout. I couldn't get through it. So
Yeah.
I never thought about that. Wow.
Andre, do you follow David Goggins at all?
Yeah, I do. I read Can't Hurt Me. Well, I'm almost done it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, if that's how he does it all the time. He goes no music all the time. I don't know how he does it.
He's a psychopath.
He is. He really is.
He's definitely crazy.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I'm doing you ever heard of Tim Grover?
No.
It's called Relentless, and he worked with Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, a lot of those guys, and he talks about like their mindset and the stuff they would do. I thought it was really good. I just finished it.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, cool. So we can move it along. I don't know if Joe, you got anything queued up. Otherwise, we could move on to anybody else. Just yell them out at this point, just because we're wrapping up.
No, that's okay. I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Anybody else have any last minute stuff? Any other cysts or boils or things we should? Okay.
No, I'm good. I appreciate the time, man. Seriously.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, that was great. We had a lot of fun. Hopefully we can get you back soon. Because we really enjoy doing this. I think I mentioned I pretty much suffered through the workout just to get to the Q&A, which I think is that's the price I gotta pay. I'll do it. It's okay. Cool. But yeah, definitely thank you guys. I think we'll have a recording of this. So if anybody wants a copy, you want to do it again at home, you can, or join us back. We'll try and do these more frequently. We'll go from there. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much. And Andre, thanks again.
Thank you.
Andre. Nice to meet you.
Andre. Nice to meet you.
All right.
Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you very much. See you guys.